August 4th, 1892, in the quiet town of Fall River, Massachusetts, a crime which shocked America forever. Inside a wealthy family's home, two people were found dead. The mystery surrounding their deaths would become one of America's most famous unsolved cases. The woman at the center of the investigation was 32-year-old Lizzie Borden. A quiet woman from a respected family suddenly became the nation's most talked about suspect. The Borden family lived in a large but old-fashioned home on 2nd Street. Behind its walls, a tragedy was about to unfold. Andrew Borden was a successful businessman known throughout the town. His wife Abby managed the household while living a quiet life. But on that summer morning, something was terribly wrong. The Borden house was unusually silent. Lizzie discovered her father inside the home and called for help. Soon, neighbors and police rushed to the scene. Investigators quickly realized this was not an accident. The house had become the center of a horrifying mystery. As rumors spread through Fall River, people began asking questions. Could someone from inside the family be responsible? The investigation would soon focus on Lizzie herself, and America would watch one of the most famous trials in history. After the murders, police began searching every corner of the Borden house. They looked for clues that could reveal what happened that morning. Suspicion slowly turned towards Lizzie Borden. Some people found her behavior unusual after the tragedy. Newspapers across America began reporting every detail of the case. The name Lizzie Borden became known across the country. In June 1893, Lizzie Borden went on trial in Massachusetts. The courtroom was filled with reporters and curious spectators. The prosecution argued that Lizzie had a motive, but the defense claimed the evidence was not strong enough. The trial lasted for weeks and captured America's attention. People followed every moment through newspapers. On June 20th, 1893, the jury reached a decision. After less than 2 hours of deliberation, Lizzie Borden was found not guilty. The crowd outside the courthouse reacted with surprise. Many people still believe the mystery had not been solved. Lizzie lived the rest of her life in Fall River under a different kind of frame. She was free, but many people never stopped questioning what happened. More than a century later, the Borden case remains unsolved in the minds of many, and the old house where it happened became famous for another reason. After the trial ended, the Borden house became one of America's most famous crime locations. Over the years, stories began spreading about strange events inside the home. The house eventually became a place where people searched for answers about the past. But the truth behind the tragedy remained hidden. Paranormal stories connected to the house made the legend even darker. However, these reports remain part of folklore rather than proven facts. Despite the trial and the verdict, many questions still remain. The evidence has been debated by historians for more than a century. Was Lizzie Borden truly responsible, or did the real killer escape justice? The world may never know exactly what happened inside that house on August 4th, 1892. But the story continues to fascinate people around the globe. More than 130 years later, the Borden name still echoes through history. A single house, a terrible crime, and a mystery that refuses to disappear. Some mysteries are solved with evidence. Others survive because the questions never truly go away. The Lizzie Borden case remains one of America's darkest mysteries, and the truth may be lost forever.